chairperson has not yet arrived, please try your call again later. Welcome to the GCI conference. Thank you. Please stand by. If you are the chairperson, press the star key now. Your conference will begin when the chairperson arrives. Please wait. You will now be placed into conference. There are 7 participants in the conference.
She said there was one thing that was one of those increased and so I was labeled with some vitamin special in my desk, and I was reading it special.
Feverishly eating a sandwich today.
You've got 45 seconds.
Yeah.
He's officially late.
Yeah. Burner. Yeah. That is chilly. Yeah. Yeah. Allison's out walking around, and she said that it's cold enough that she's not worried about getting her feet wet.
Yeah, here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She said she's expecting coastal rainforest, and it's like a Fairbanks on a warm winter day. She's like, I should have brought my sorrel.
Yeah. It's really cold.
I mean, I've only ever been here twice before, but both times it was in the winter. I mean, it's generally just rainy here in the winter, right?
Yeah. Well, I mean, there's days like this. It doesn't rain every day in the winter. It snows a lot of times.
Yeah.
But it's often rainy.
right, Lauren, you wanna make any bets as to what tab we'll get to?
No. I am terrible with that.
So, I'll take a while.
Somebody listened.
Yeah.
Finally.
Yeah, how long have you been working here?
3 board meetings.
Oh yeah, you're gonna go absolutely insane then. That's 3.5 years. No one we've never had a meeting where it's not like this. Like people just either forget or don't care or.
It just makes everything take so much longer, and literally everyone who applies is over 21. So everyone that applies and is listening should be an adult and should be able to mute their phone.
Being an adult and being responsible are not always mutually inclusive. You know?
They're mutually exclusive.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Not only do they not want to watch me eat, they really don't want me to talk with my mouth full. Okay. We're line. All right. Okay. What's that clock say? 18 minutes after 1, we are reconvening after lunch. So we have to new marijuana concentrate license AMG Concentrates. AMG Concentrates here. AMG Concentrates on the phone. Okay. Good afternoon.
Mr. Chair.
Yes, sir.
I would motion to approve license number 12471 AMG Concentrate. Oh, actually, no, scrap that motion. Thank you, Mr. Jones. Mr. Chair, I would motion to deny license number 12471 AMG Concentrates and hold the protest of the municipality of Anchorage pending an approved municipal license and special land use permit, but also grant the licensee a 120-day abeyance.
Is there a second? Second. Seconded by Mr. Jones, and we're kind of awaiting the return of Mr. Miller, but he's just out on the front porch. How many feet away?
Hopefully more than 20.
Yeah. Okay, Mr. Gonzalez, who's online with us?
Yes, I'm here. So what's going on?
Yep.
Okay.
Oh, we're asking you what's going on.
sorry. I just heard it.
Oh, yeah, no, okay, yes. Let me explain really quickly. Don't be concerned about the motion to deny. That's a technical motion because there's a protest from the city. As soon as the protest gets lifted, then the director is allowed to begin the approval process for your license.
Okay, guys.
Yeah, no, you're good. Very good. We've been doing a lot of these.
Yeah. So we are trying to start a Cultivate Manufacturing. We already have a standard cultivation license going. We are trying to be able to use the majority of the plant in regards to not having to only use the flower and then distribute it to someone else to manufacture it. So we're trying to get it all done in one place, basically. I was born and raised here in Alaska. And our plan is, to be a good business and proactive.
All right. Go ahead, Mr. Jones.
Thank you. Could you describe, as I looked at the premises diagram and read a lot of the narrative in the MJ01, the manufacturing is on the second floor, and the only access is through the cultivation that is not yet open. So could you explain that process of you'll be transporting the concentrates back out through the cultivation, concerns about, how that's monitored, access, who has access. Could you just describe a little bit of that to me, please?
Yeah, well, basically, the concentrate is on the second floor. It's located up there. The cultivation, when you walk in the door to the vestibule, it instantly is restricted access. So there will be no people walking around other than employees. Everything that we do in the cultivation, and once everything is trimmed and going to be moved to the concentrate, will be a transport manifest documented and put in the metric. That way everything stays up to par on the book.
I could a little better if they want to.
Yeah, I also have my brothers on the line. He's going to be helping to oversee day-to-day operations. And he's more versed in this area, if you'd like him to explain also. Carlos, you there?
Yeah, I'm here. If you want to mute your phone.
Okay.
Yeah, hi, my name's Carlos Gonzalez. I'm general managing operator at the facility. So if any questions I can answer, I'm pretty well versed in the operation of the facility. I'm getting a really bad feedback, so it's kind of hard for me to talk right now.
That answered most of my questions.
Okay, you guys.
Okay.
You have the application here, a lot of good detail in your process. I appreciate that. So you've had an opportunity to probably look at other extraction outfits and get plenty of familiarity with how it's done and how to run your equipment.
Yeah, our equipment is a little more specialized. We are a CO2 extraction, closed loop. It's all engineered through Apex Supercritical. Most of our process is going to be the CO2 extraction. We have other extraction methods in our manufacturing facility, but CO2 is the main one. And any questions you guys have about how the operation, I think I can answer that for you, but I kind of need a direct question or specific question.
Sure, yeah, no problem. Are there any questions about the processing plant? No, doesn't look like it. Okay, so you got 14 products. They are all concentrate products. Nothing we haven't seen before. Is there any objection to just doing the batch, or what do you think there, Jones?
No, I had just one question on one product, but until there's a motion, that's fine.
Okay, well, let's just entertain a motion to do all 14 products.
Mr. Chair.
Yeah.
A motion to approve all 14 of this applicant's products.
Is there a second?
Second.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead with your question.
It's on the teeth, and it talks about the standard production procedure. It says marijuana materials are tumbled, trichomes are then collected and stored for further processing or for sale at a retail marijuana store. And that was the only product that I saw that this would be stored for future processing. Do you have some intention of using the keef to make a product, or?
Yes. Yes, I can answer that for you. So keef is the byproduct of working the trichomes off of the plant. So we can use that product to either run through in an extraction process for CO2, or we can press it into hash, or we can press it into rosin. So it can go through many different extraction processes after becoming keef, but it can also be sold as it is, just keef in retail stores. So it doesn't have to go through an additional extraction process, but it is able to.
Cover that for you there, Mr. Jones?
I think so.
Okay. All right. Any other questions, comments about the new products? Okay, hearing none, then, name them off here real quick. Back up the top. All right, the products, I got shatter, bubble hash, butter, crumble, dry sift hash, honeycomb, keef, oil, rosin, sap, sugar sap, vape and oil, wax, and that's it. That's 314. So all those in favor of approving these products signify by saying aye. Aye. And opposed? All right. And then on license 12471 AMG Concentrates, new concentrate manufacturing application. All those in favor of approval of this license signify by saying aye. Aye.
Mr. Chancellor,
yes.
clarify, you're not approving, you're upholding the protest.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah. I should be sitting closer. You could hit me harder. Yeah. The motion to deny with upholding the protest of the municipality of Anchorage, with delegation and 120 days abeyance. And the applicant, you understand what that means, right?
So we just have to finish the process of the SLUP and the application process.
That's correct, and there's no further action required by the board.
Okay, yeah, that's all in the work.
Within 120 days, you'll be working with the director on this. You're going to be squared away within 120 days.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Gotcha.
If it goes over 120 days, it'll come back to us. All right. So with that motion, all those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Any opposed? Okay, there you go.
All right.
Thank you very much.
All right. So now we are on to license applications for related applicants. Tundra Farms. There.
Do you have anyone on this one?
Yes.
The conference is now in listen-only mode.
All right, so we've got 3 license applications, 18702 for retail, 18704 for a cultivation, and 18706 for a product manufacturing. Let us do it one at a time, but I think the questions can encompass all 3 applications. Mr. Chair. Yes, sir.
Motion to deny license number 18702, 18704, and 18706 to uphold the municipality of Anchorage protest pending an approved municipal license and special land use permit, and to grant the applicant a 120-day abeyance.
Is there a second? Yeah, I guess we can do all 3 of them at once. Is there a second? All right. So go ahead and introduce yourself to us and tell us what you're all about.
Allison.
Daniel Ordell, Tundra Farms.
Okay, what's your plan here?
I'm looking to open up 3 facilities, cultivation, manufacturing, and retail. I previously had about 7 years experience in all these markets in California. I moved up here in August of 2014 to
with my family. And legalization just happened, so I decided to jump into marketing here. This is something I've done for a long time, and I'm very knowledgeable in it.
Okay. Who owns the building? Who owns the building you're in?
Parkwood Assets, so they purchased it, I guess it was last year. And that's family friends of Danny's, and so they're taking it to an entity that they also own, which is the Tundra Farm Management. And so they'll be building it out, and that's reflected on page 3 of the lease, where the lease is pretty substantial, but it's the payback for the build-out.
Okay, so I'm looking at, I don't know what folder this goes in. I got real estate sublease by between Tundra Farms Management. Okay, so for the director, this is quite the Nevada Limited Liability Company, domesticated in the state of Alaska. Maybe we need to look at counsel for.
So when you domesticate a foreign entity, so in Nevada, you don't have to put who the officials are for the first year, but in Alaska, when you domesticate your entity here, you have to put the officials right at the beginning. So we domesticated here because they're doing business here, and the state needs to have registered proof of them and existence of who they are.
Right, but so I guess we got the articles of incorporation of.
The Tundra Farms Management is not the licensee. Tundra Farms
Management is the property owner.
That's right.
Yeah. Okay. All right, and so. All right. So it doesn't really matter.
No.
All right.
Mr. Chair?
Yes, sir.
Page 5 of the lease, it talks about the subleasor is Tundra Farms Management out of California, and then a subtenant, Tundra Farms 2, with an address in Kenai, but this is an operation in Anchorage.
So that address is a registered agent company, and so they are
Which address is
the Kenai
agent?
The Kenai company. So that's a registered agent company, and that's where you'll see actually that address for a lot of entities, because that's where they all accept service for legal notice.
So the applicant is Tundra Farms 1, Inc. The subtenant is Tundra Farms 2, Inc. Is it subleasing from Tundra Farms Management in California?
No. So there's two different leases. So for the retail, it's Tundra Farms Management, Tundra Farms, Inc.
We're dealing with the standard cultivation.
Okay, then so the standard cultivation is Tundra Farms 2, Inc., and that holds the manufacturing license and the cultivation license. Does that make sense? So the subtenant for two different subleases, the subtenant is Tundra Farms 2, the manufacturing and cultivation, and then Tundra Farms 1 is a subtenant for the retail.
I guess it makes real estate sense, maybe tax sense, maybe something like that. But I'm just trying to determine if I think it's trying to hide outside money from outside the state of non-residents. And it doesn't feel good to have all of that machinations throughout, and that's all I'm saying.
So the reason why Tundra Farms, the retail entity, is separate and a different company from Tundra Farms, the manufacturing and the production company, is because of the cost of goods sold under 280E. So this way it creates a disconnect where this entity, the entity that produces the good, can sell it to the retail, and there's a clear distinction of those separate books. So that's the reason why we have those two entities. And then for retail, there's hardly anything you can write off the cost of goods sold. So at the end of the day, if Danny's retail has a big federal tax liability, having a C corporation for him retail-wise protects him personally, as long as he doesn't pierce the corporate veil by not following the normal functions of a corporation.
Okay, I've got a couple of questions. We've had previous applicants come in for a rework, and they've sometimes they've been buildings they've already owned, and they've got, kind of old money in the state. I see that you are the only financial interest expressed in all of these businesses. I don't I mean, I would expect there's a pretty substantial investment involved in establishing something this large. So can you, to whatever degree you're comfortable, let us know, about your financial wherewithal to accomplish this?
If you look at page 3 of the sublease, under remodeling structural improvements, it's disclosed to you right there how this is going to be done. It has the obligation on the lessor, who's the out-of-state company, to build out the facility in conjunction with consultation from the subtenant. And the expense of the build-out is on the sublessor, and it's because, and then the rental payments, as detailed in the sublease, reflect the value of improvements in consideration that the sublessor is expecting to modify. So that's why when he gets into operation, the rental payments are high to pay back for those upgrades. Does that make sense?
Well, yeah. So you're the property owner
is building it out.
Is fronting you the cost of construction.
Yep. That's why that disclosure is right there in the last paragraph, page 3 of the sublease.
Okay.
It's very similar to the Scorpion grass you approved last. It's actually, to be honest, I used the same leases and just modified them, but it's the same structure.
Okay. All right. Okay, so you said you got quite a bit of experience down in California.
Yes.
That went to California to go legal.
Well, they were medical since about 2011, I believe.
And you moved up here when you say 2012?
August of 2014.
2014. Okay, so you had a couple of years' experience in the medical game down there. Were you involved in the medical business? I mean, did you have a dispensary or?
Yeah, I did a little bit of retail. My major things were cultivation. At least 50 by operations, and then also a little bit of extraction, but closed loop systems, open blast, stuff like that.
Okay. All right. And you say these guys, Tundra Farms Tundra Farms Management. That's Mr.
Lee.
Yeah.
Lee.
Yeah. So that's a friend of the family, you say. Yes.
I'm known him since I was 16.
Sure. Okay. All right. You get an option to buy on the property? No.
That would be part of the negotiations.
Okay. Whereabouts in town are you?
It's off Dowling, or like 3/4 of a mile up the street from the dining center.
All right. Have you started work on the buildings yet, or waiting on us?
Waiting on you guys.
They're pretty old buildings, and they're going to need some work. They're the old Yummy Tummies and
yeah, it was the whole fish processing plant.
Okay, well, I'm looking at. Oh, there's the retail. All right. Any other questions on the license itself? All right. How many products you got on here? Well, sorry. Let's just do this one at a time. Okay. For the retail, are there any questions about the retail from any of the board members? Looks like pretty. If you got some business experience part for what you're doing down there in California.
Yes.
I mean, not just marijuana business, but business.
Yes.
Okay.
Mr. Chair?
Yes.
On the retail, they did state that they might apply for on-site in the future. Given the detail on the premises diagram, with the retail being a fairly small footprint and a very large building, just be curious as to what they actually think. They might be able to build out some of that, but I just point that out. It's not part of their application. They're not asking now, but that was a box they checked. So,
well, yeah, there's that, and it probably would have been good for each component of the each application, for the retail to have a little more detail than just, showing in yellow on the rest of the building. I don't think it's blown up anywhere else in here, is it?
We did submit a blown-up one, but, I don't remember. An incomplete one, I guess it just was confusing, so we just put it on. I believe. I don't quote me on that.
Okay. Yeah, it's just not. Yeah, you can hardly figure out what the. Can't even see where the entrance is on here. There's where it says retail with the hash, where it's hashed. Okay, that's the open. That's the open area, and then the solid yellow is the restricted area.
Correct.
Okay, and is there there's no physical communication between the retail or the restricted area and the cultivate, correct?
Well, there's a door, but it's locked.
Oh, yeah, okay, I see it there, yeah. All right. Yeah, I would expect that a far more detailed drawing is available for staff. Yeah, if it isn't, Okay. You don't anticipate any loitering problems? You've been much of a foot traffic area there?
It's not a really high foot traffic area, but off Galley and Diamond Center does attract a little bit of car traffic. There was some reports of break-ins around the neighborhood, but I intend to, address these issues by putting a metal fence around the perimeter of the building. They have security cameras, floodlights, etc. On scheduled, perimeter checks of security myself.
Okay, and just looking at this, what was this building before?
It was a pet food processing place. They took old fish byproduct and made pet food with it.
It's been all steam cleaned out real good for you, huh?
It still kind of smells, yeah. The neighbors are really excited about them going out and me coming in.
Yeah, man, I'll bet. Yeah. Okay, so as far as access, and this would be a city issue, but it looks like you're set back from the street, and with all that junk that I see in the picture, is that going to be gone?
Oh, that's already gone. Yeah, the old tenant moved it out.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Okay. Any other questions about the retail? Okay, not hearing any. Let's vote on license 18702, Tundra Farms retail. Mr. Jones.
Yes.
Mr. Miller. Yes. Mr. Emmett. Yes. And I'm a yes. So there's the retail, which brings us to the cultivate.
And just to clarify, 120 days advance.
120 days advance. Yeah. The motion was to. I'm sorry. The motion was to deny with delegation, waiting on the municipality of Anchorage protest, and 120 days advance. Yes.
I just want to clarify. Did one of you catch the second for that one?
It was Mr. Miller.
Mr. Miller, yeah.
Thank you.
Okay, so a motion has been made for all three of these, but we'll just arrange them separately. Okay, so now that brings us to the cultivation. You're expecting probably to use everything you grow in-house, huh?
Yes, I am.
Okay. All right. You anticipate allowing visitors into the cultivate for any reason?
Just Janet, I guess.
Okay. How big a crew do you think you're gonna have working there?
At first, I project about 14 to 16 employees for the whole facility, not just the cultivation. For cultivation, it'll probably be around 6 to 8.
Okay. So let me ask you this: the building construction is getting fronted by the landlord. What are you going to be doing for startup costs? Because you're going to have hopefully have all three of them coming online in close proximity.
I do have some capital.
Okay. Okay.
I could pay paychecks.
All right. Okay. All right. Any questions about the Cultivate? Okay. Not hearing any questions about the cultivation on license 18704. The motion is to deny with delegation, 120-day abeyance, and uphold the municipality of Anchorage protest on approved municipal license and special land use permit. Mr. Jones?
Yes.
Ms. Miller?
Yes.
Emmett?
Yes.
And I'm yes, so that's out of the way. And now we get to the manufacturer.
We only have 6 products. The one in Gang does not have experience, and currently is Gray Medibles. So he's got some experience creating.
I actually, me personally, I'd rather not do edibles. That's why my list is so short. I'd rather just stick to concentrates. Edibles just brings, a whole lot of extra stuff that's needed, equipment charges. I just rather stay with what I know.
Sure.
You want the options for later, and so get the product.
Oh, well, everybody's got that option, but yeah, that's what you're applying for product manufacturing, not concentrates. Okay. Let's talk about waste here for a second. What are you gonna eat? Grinding and mixing? That's for all 3 facilities.
Yeah. I'll be doing mixing with either hay paper, newspaper, whatever I listed in there.
Okay.
And so in Anchorage, when you have a dumpster, it has to have an enclosure, and so the waste station comes in and pick it up.
Right.
Get it off.
Okay. And if you got a dumpster, you'll be keeping it locked.
Yeah. We have to.
And you'll know where the key is.
Yeah.
All right. It was a serious question. It was a serious question. Okay. So we got shatter, bubble hash, butter, crumble, and vape cartridges, rosin, and rosin. Okay. Any questions about any of the products? You have a motion to approve those products?
Yes, Chair. Motion to approve all 6 products.
A second?
Second.
Okay, and then I just listed them. I think that's on the record, and it's in the application. Okay, all those in favor of approving the 6 products that we requested signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, then on the license for Tundra Farms 18706 product manufacturing facility. Any more questions on that? Hey, Mr. Jones?
Yes.
Ms. Miller?
Yes.
Mr. Emmett?
Yes.
And I'm a yes, so there you go.
Thank you.
Thank you, board members. You're very welcome. Okay, ownership transfer applications. Raspberry Roots. Raspberry Roots around. Raspberry Roots, are you on the line?
The conference is no longer in listen-only mode.
You represent Raspberry Roots also?
I represent the workman, Jerry Workman. You can quote on one.
Oh, okay, yeah, all right. Yeah, this is...
Kim, are you online?
Yes, we are on the line.
All right. Okay, so,
Yes, Chair.
yeah,
Motion to approve ownership transfer application for license number 10097, 10098, and 10856 Raspberry Roots.
okay, is there a second?
Second.
Okay. So this is, at this moment, Ms. Cole owns 100% of all 3 of those licenses,
Correct.
and she wants to
Transfer 55%.
person. Okay. That just business?
Well, Jerry was the landlord, and then it just turned out he just stayed here, and he loves it here, and lives here, and wants to be part of the business, and it makes sense for both of them, and makes sense for Kim, so I decided to do it.
All right. Any issues on the Raspberry Roots license, Madam Director?
Nothing to tell you at this time.
Okay. Any questions for this Cole or Twelzine on this transfer? All right, then we'll just do them one at a time. Transfer of ownership of license 1, kind of really the redistribution of ownership 10097. Raspberry Roots Retail. All those in favor of allowing this transfer from Kimberly Cole, 100% owner, to transferring 55% to Jerry Workman, signify by saying aye. Aye. Any opposed? Okay, license 10098, Raspberry Roots Standard Marijuana Cultivation, same transfer. All those in favor say aye. Aye. And license 10856, Raspberry Roots Manufacturing Facility, same transfer. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? All right. Very good.
Thank you.
You bet. Okay, which brings us to High Expedition Company.
Your motion is in for the High Expedition Company.
Mr. Chair. Yes. Motion to approve the ownership transfer application for license number 10901, the High Expedition Company.
And a second. Second. All right.
So,
Mr. McInerney on the line.
So are you on the line? I was supposed to text him when you got.
All right. So this is, yes, go ahead.
Staff.
You may.
In your memo, my notes, it says here that transfer involves a change ownership percentages from Joseph McInerney 50%, Jan Nelson 50%, to Joseph McInerney 100%. When I go to the MJ17 form, I don't see Mr. Nelson's name at all. I see a transfer, I guess the transferee information, transfer information. Is there, I mean, my notes here say, you know, it's the same name, it's the same thing, what am I missing? Well, apparently what I'm missing is Nelson's losing 50% or being bought out, but on the MJ17 form, I don't see his name at all. I don't see anything in here that relates to him at all. It's very confusing for me.
So, through the chair, Mr. Jones, that MJ17 tells us a lot more about who's the transferee than it does who's the transferor. In some ways,
The conference is now in listen-only mode.
the best way to sort of get the bigger picture of what's happening is to look at the legal ad, which is under the publisher's affidavit. But are you talking about that, or are you talking about like a signature, like you don't see that Mr. Nelson has agreed to this?
Well, partly that, partly I didn't know there was another owner. If you go to the MJ00 form, and I assume that this is the old one, because that's generally what you give us is their previous application. If you go to those forms, Mr. Nelson's not part of that either. It shows just Joseph McInerney. And I didn't look at the publication or the public notice or whatever one you're referring to, but I found it very difficult looking through here to find out there was anybody different than Mr. McInerney. Then your memo says, 50% transferring from somebody else whose name I generally can't find on most of the documents in there. So either I'm confused, which is easily possible, or somehow we need some indication on these forms,
MRO, and those are for the transferee. And so the transferee is 100% Joseph McInerney. So those wouldn't have Mr. Nelson's name.
And then on page 4 of MJ17, you'll find Dan's signature. Because he's the transfer for.
And we began including in these controlling interest transfers the transferor and the transferee information, I believe, at the board's request, so that it was clear who it was transferring from and to in the agenda as well.
Okay, is Mr. McInerney on the line?
Yes, he is.
The conference is no longer in listen-only mode.
Hey, good afternoon, Mr. McInerney. Yeah,
this is Joe.
Springer. So, you know, even in a transfer action like this, we first of all, let me ask the director: is there anything that you can feel the need to disclose to us about the licensee?
So if there's an objection from the Department of Labor.
Right. There's that. Yep.
No, other than that, no.
Okay, that's fine. Have you had any violations, NOVs, in the last year?
Yes, I did have one out of summer.
What was that for?
That was discussed at a previous meeting.
It was a late, one of his bartenders didn't check in some products until a few hours late, I believe.
Does the name Vice News mean anything to you?
I know of Vice News, yes.
Okay. Was your establishment featured in a video that was done by Vice News?
Yes, they came last summer and featured us in one of their programs.
Okay. Was a portion of that filmed in the upstairs of your establishment?
No, it wasn't.
No, it was not.
Nope.
Okay. All right. We saw
they filmed a very short. They filmed a very short portion inside the store, as if they were normal consumers. But everything else was filmed at my personal residence.
Okay. All right. Very good. Thank you. That's all the question I had.
Yeah, Mr. Chair. Hey, Joe. So can you explain the Department of Labor workers' compensation thing for us? You be able to show here reasonably soon that your employees have workers' compensation?
Yeah, it was actually there was a lapse in the coverage, and that was an oversight, miscommunication between me and my insurance agent. I recently made a payment about a couple days ago, and I have a receipt, and it was supposed to be bound and effective today.
Okay, cool. Yeah, just checking you. Your intention is to provide workers' compensation, correct?
Absolutely, and there was a small lapse, and I was made aware of it, and I immediately made a payment, and it's been remedied.
Okay, thank you.
All right. I think we can add to the motion delegation that the objection be lifted. We can add delegation to the motion that the objection be lifted by Department of Labor. It sounds like it, could be happening right now.
Yeah, it could be. Well, one of the things that me and Erica kind of talked about a little bit before is the Department of Labor has a lot of good insight and could help licensees long term. If maybe at some point in the near future we could invite them to a board meeting.
Yeah, we were planning to do that at the next meeting since we'll be in Anchorage.
Sure.
Awesome, thank you.
Okay. Are there any more questions on this transfer? Hearing none, then all those in favor of license transfer, ownership transfer 10901 from 50% Joseph McInerney, 50% Dan Nelson Jr. to 100% Joseph McInerney, with delegation on the removal of the objection by the last Department of Labor. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? Okay, that passes 4-0. Next, Mr. McInerney.
Mr. Chair?
Yes.
Can I just clarify that the delegation includes anything that's not yet?
Yeah.
Not just that subject.
That's right. Thank you. Okay, Alaska Growth.
Daniel Lee and Edith Von Wilson should be all
All right. Mr. Chair, the motion to approve the ownership transfer application for license number 13257 Alaska Growth with delegation and KPB conditions.
Is there a second? Second. All right.
This is kind of a family situation. John Tuttle is the son of Edith's husband and her stepson, if you recall. And Edith and her husband own the land, and John decided that this maybe wasn't the best venture for him, so Edith is going to take over the license.
Okay, and that's what's the percentage? Okay, so John was the licensee.
Correct.
He's the son that he wants to get out.
Yes.
Okay.
And Edith, can you say hi to the board and let them know you're here?
The conference is no longer in listen-only mode.
This one help me with us.
Edith?
I'm sorry, I had my mute on. This is Edith Von Welton with Alaska Growth.
Okay, very good. Okay, so we're talking about 100% license transfer here. You were not a licensee before. Have you been involved in the business?
I have been the project manager and administrator.
Okay, and so you basically been running the place anyway.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And your son's he's just leaving to do other things, huh?
Technically, he's son-in-law, but yes, he wants to be doing other things, and currently he is in Anchorage with a full-time position.
Okay, no, that's fine. That's fine. Good. All right. Do we have any questions for Ms. Von Welton on the transfer? Okay, not seeing any. All those in favor of the license transfer, 100% ownership from John Tuttle to Edith Von Welton for license 13257, Alaska Growth, with KPB conditions 3AC 306-060B and delegation. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, there you have it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Which brings us to Grass Station 49.
Mr. Chair.
Yes.
I would motion to approve the ownership transfer application for license number 13949, Grass Station 49.
Second.
Second.
Okay, is Grass Station 49, are you online?
Good afternoon, guys. Yes, I am. Gary.
Okay, so what's going on here?
It's just a straight ownership transfer, some wishful things. The Grass Station LLC, James Simpson has been removed, and we have taken over.
Okay, so Mr. Simpson was wishful things?
Correct.
And that was his LLC was an entity owner in the license?
Yes.
Okay, and what percentage did he have there? What are we talking about? Percentage?
In previous wishful things, he had 51%, and I had 49%, and I did that. We did that right after the approval last spring. Mr. Simpson became rather physically ill, realized this was too much he wanted to get into. So the license itself wasn't worth anything. We came in and bought the building. And in order to solidify everything to happen well while he was going through his physical illness, I got on the license, just in case anything happened with his will and his estate.
Sure. Okay.
Everything's been kept separate.
Yeah, we remember this was going on when you guys first connected the license. You knew it was
correct.
Yeah. Okay. Yep. No. Gotcha. Okay. So, are there any questions on this transfer?
Sure.
Yep. Go ahead.
Just as a point of clarification, I'm just trying to understand. Back on tab 62, graph station that we approved earlier. It did not show Mr. Sampson as an owner. I assume since that's a new application, and you stated that you, I guess Mason and Gary Evans so you were already part owner. So when you put in here that you had these other licenses, that's because you had part of the financial responsibility. Because I don't see Sampson's name on
Simpson wasn't involved in any of the other applications.
Yeah, this was the gentleman.
I understand that there's 4 licenses, right, and we're transferring 1.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
Correct. We approved one other one earlier, and I was just making sure that his name hadn't appeared on any of the others, because they keep counting, well, we're just opening up another store. We're just opening up another store. You would assume they'd have the same corporate structure. But that's not the case. So.
Yeah, Mr. Jones. Mr. Chair, Mr. Jones. I can speak to this one. But yeah, so this one here is a bit of a unique situation, because they ended up getting tapped to help Mr. Simpson because of their successes with their other stores, and so he wasn't a part of the original Gas Station 49 leadership, and through the course of his illness and their events, it ended up that he's now sold his interest to Grass Station, and this particular facility has come under their umbrella. But again, he wasn't part of the original ownership of Grass Station. I didn't misquote anything there, did I, Gary?
Nope, that's correct. That was the best way to word it.
Cool. Yeah, these guys are my neighbors, so.
Okay, any more questions on this one? Yeah, it like a lot of them, it looks a little complicated, but it makes big sense. Okay. All right, so all those in favor of transfer license 13949 from 51% from James Simpson, and Gary Evans, 49%, Wishful Things, to Grass Station LLC, Gary Evans, 50%, Mason Evans, 50%, retail marijuana store, with delegation, yes.
I just wanted to correct the agenda. This was also a DBA change. The previous name of the business was also Wishful Things.
Okay.
And so both the licensee and the DBA are changing.
Okay.
We didn't note that on the agenda.
That's to the motion that the DBA is also changed.
Yeah, if it's below the second draw, that's more.
Okay. All those in favor of the motion, signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? All right, there you go.
Thanks, folks.
All right, license renewals. Fat Tops.
Mr. Chair?
Yes, yeah.
So I'm pleased to inform the board that the dispute between the licensee and his landlord has been resolved. And so I can recommend renewal with the condition that the board require a new lease, or an updated lease, or a new lease, because the previous lease had expired on September 22nd. We did receive emails from the licensee. Looks like it was pages of the lease just in the last couple days while I've been here, so I haven't had a chance to look at it, and the staff hasn't seen it yet. But if that's sufficient, then that would satisfy the delegation. But I would recommend that the board renew the license with that condition.
Okay, take a motion for both.
Yeah, Mr. Chair. I would motion to renew license number 11138 and license number 11140 with delegation as stated by the director.
Okay, there's a second? Second. Mr. Miller, any discussion? so, on the motion to renew license 11138, Fat Tops LLC, standard marijuana cultivation facility, and license 11140, Fat Tops LLC, retail marijuana store. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Any opposed? Okay, good. Let's hear that. Brings us up to Houston Grass Station. You bet.
And I'll be an attorney for Houston Grass Station, and this has no relation to the previous grass station that we were looking at. This is just a simple operating plan change, changing to a generic reference to a point of sale system, but not, and that it integrates metric, but not specifying a certain point of sale system.
Mr. Chair, motion to approve the operating plan change for license number 11050, Houston Grass Station LLC.
Yeah, there's a second?
Second.
Okay, any discussion? All those in favor of approving the operating plan change for Houston Gas Station, license 11050, signify by saying aye. Aye. Any opposed? All right. High Tide Farms in Wasilla. That's either really optimistic or extraordinarily pessimistic. I'm not sure which. Okay, High Tide Farms, are you on the line?
Yes, sir. This is Brandon Kinsey with High Tide Farms.
Okay,
Go ahead. Yeah, motion to approve the operating plan change for license number 12482, High Tide Farms LLC.
A second? Second. Okay, somebody in the background's got their...
Okay. Everybody, all in favor? Aye. All opposed? Silence. Okay.
Somebody having a meeting that we're not at?
What do we do? Thank you.
Okay, okay, what is your change here? This is about your couple of process changes?
Yes, sir. We're going to be adding short fast distillation.
Okay. All right, so okay, so you don't have any no products you're asking us to approve, just the process, right?
Correct.
Okay. All right. Short path distillation for making.
We'll be using the rosin, and we'll just run it through a short path distillation. Cleans it up, makes it more pure.
Okay.
Mr. Chair, does this licensee, I guess this is a question for the director. Madam Director, does this licensee already have the product vape cartridges approved?
I think give me a minute, I'll see if I can figure that out.
And we'll to the board while the director is looking to see that. I recused myself from the previous conversation, but I know that the board did have a conversation about whether the vape cartridges were a product themselves or whether they were packaging. And it looks here that in the plan changes, this licensee is attempting to change their operating plan for rosin, but then it shows that they're going to take the rosin, put it through a short bath, and then put it into cartridges. And I believe that is a product that needs to be approved.
Yeah, we've been approving a lot of vape cartridges.
We're approved for vape cartridges.
Yeah, so Mr. Chair, on April 6th of 2018, when High Tide Farms first came to the board, states that rosin vape juice, the packaging states that it will be preloaded, vaporizing cartridges. Kyle Lutz clarifies that he will be loading the cartridges. So,
okay, so that would be good then. Okay, so yeah, then this would just be the operating plan that he's going to clean the oil up a little bit. He's already approved the cartridges. Okay, good to go.
So we made a motion, right?
Correct.
Okay, so all those in favor of the operating plan change for High Tide Farms LLC license 12482, Cultivate Manufacture Facility, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay. All right, there you go. Extracted Laboratories in Talkeetna.
Mr. Chair.
Yes, sir.
Motion to approve operating plan change for license number 13249, Extracted Laboratories.
Second. All right, moved and seconded.
Dan with Extracted Laboratories.
Dan Alstein, and I'll let Sam probably take that lead up.
Sure.
Do you have any questions?
Well, what does he want to?
Basically, just changing to the packaging, adding a couple other types of solvents and MCT oil, and a word I can't pronounce to those chemical lists. Diatomaceous. And then also adding different dosages, 5 milligram and 10 milligram versions to the all of the ganja grind liquid edibles. And so this is, remember, that packaging licensing agreement that Harriet worked with us to get compliant with the regulations.
Okay, you're also adding hexane, pentane, and heptane to your
correct
lineup. Okay. Is that involved any fire marshal review?
Not that I'm aware of. We already have all approvals in that.
Okay. All right.
We do always update the EC though when we make these changes.
Okay. And there's no new products in here, right?
No new products.
Okay, wait a minute. What was your name?
Sam Hudson.
And you're the...
I'm one of the licensees.
You're one of the licensees.
Yeah, so this is Sam and Christine and Joe and Dan still on here too.
Okay, it's on the Joe down this licensee.
It doesn't need licensee, Joe.
Okay, are there any questions on this application for operating plan change? Okay, not seeing any. All those in favor of approving operating plan change for license 13249 Extracted Laboratories, signify by saying aye. Aye. Any opposed? All right, there you go.
Thank you.
You bet. Okay, Frog Mountain.
Yeah, Jason Pfeiffer, you're on the phone.
Okay, hold on.
Mr. Haynes
approved plan change license number 14020 Frog Mountain LLC.
Is there a second? Second. Okay. Go ahead. Tell us who you are and what you want to do.
I was just saying I'm calling on behalf of Mr. Haynes today. He's down south, has medical going on today, so I will be answering any questions.
You're one of his employees?
Yes, I'm one of his employees.
Hey, what was your name again?
Jason Pfeiffer. I was at the April board meeting last year during the approval of the license.
All right. Okay, so what's the change you are seeking?
So the changes we're looking for is to change the name from concentrate applicator to CO2 oil syringe. Looking to change the packaging from being limited to a single gram serving to be able to do a quarter gram up to 7 grams per package. And then up to 1,000 grams for bulk wholesale to go to other licensed producers. And the same goes for the hash, the keef, and the shatter. Just changing the product size from 1 gram to a quarter gram to 7 grams per container, and then up to 1,000 grams per container for bulk wholesale for licensed producers. And then the last one is changing shatter to CO2 shatter.
Okay. What are you putting 1,000 grams into this glass bottle?
It would be the same, either the glass jars or into syringes.
Okay. Okay. Any questions on this application? All right. No questions being seen on license 14020, operating plan change for Frog Mountain LLC, Marijuana Concentrate Manufacturing Facility. All those in favor of approving the operating plan change signify by saying aye. Aye. Any opposed? All right, there you go. You're good.
All right, thank you very much.
Yep. Okay, Peak Analytical LLC, Marijuana Testing Facility. Is Peak Analytical online?
Yes, hello.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. This is Sarah at Peak Analytical.
Hi, okay. Get a motion here.
Mr. Chair.
Yep.
Motion to approve the operating plan change for license number 15590, Peak Analytical.
Is there a second? Second. Okay. So, are you guys operating now?
We are not. This is one of the final steps before we schedule the third-party inspection by A2LA and also the AMCO inspection.
Oh, yeah, you're waiting for your fuel wood, right?
Correct.
All right. Okay, so you want to add terpene analysis for your testing?
That's correct.
Okay. And what will that involve? Any new hardware requirements for you or anything?
No, it's the same analytical column as solvent testing, all the same gases, so it's just a matter of a different preparation and running a little bit different method in the program.
Okay. All right.
Mr. Chair, the other change is that their residual solvent test is not going to be based on one of the two documents that is in our regulations, but is rather based on a method published by this ResTech company.
Okay.
So this is an alternate method that needs to be approved by the board.
Okay. Get a chance to look at that.
Okay, here.
You want to explain that to us real quick while we're looking?
Sure. So, two things I'd like to add after and my proposed method that is published by ResTech. They're a leading manufacturer in chromatography columns and everything that has to do with chromatography. They make all the parts. And so they have published methods for terpene and also solvent analysis. They're recommended by Colorado, and they've been working. I just satisfied the code, chapter 35A.
Yes, sure. I don't see anything in here that really jumps out as grossly inaccurate or lacking. But I'm not familiar with ResTech either, so I didn't actually build into that company's procedures. But if their procedures have been used in any of the literature that's out there, they're probably not that much different than what the other laboratories are using.
And this will be evaluated by A2LA as well.
Right, very good. Okay. Any other questions on the operating plan change for Peak Analytical? Okay, then for license 15590, Peak Analytical LLC, marijuana testing facility, operating plan change with delegation. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Any opposed? All right, there you go.
Thank you.
Yeah. Okay, Cold Creek Extracts. Philip Chair.
Mr. Chair. Motion to approve the operating plan change for license number 15594, Cold Creek Extracts.
Second?
Second.
Okay. So, use yourself and...
Kate and Scope, Cold Creek Extracts, and my attorney's on the line as well.
Okay. And who would that be?
Jason Brandeis.
There. Okay, so what do you want to do here? Approval for additional method of packaging?
If you could unmute the phone, I believe Jason Brandeis wants to express.
The conference is no longer in listen-only mode.
Mr. Brandeis.
Hi, thank you. Yeah, so there's two things we're doing here in this section. One is approving a new method of packaging for an existing product. The other is some documentation that we submitted that relates to a premises diagram.
Okay. Okay, so the packaging is
just adding a hard shell hemp plastic packaging for the sugar wax.
A little more environmentally friendly.
Yeah, correct.
Okay, and the other one was
premises change. We are adding a kitchen unit to the next door to the lab, so there will be joins via the upstairs, via a passageway between the two.
Okay, was that still part of the license premises?
It would be, yes, correct.
Okay, so there's really nothing else to do except to approve that change. This is within what you originally had licensed.
Yeah, we had Unit L off to the left, originally licensed. Now we're expanding.
Oh, so you're actually adding space to your premises.
Double the space, correct.
Okay, and who was in that space before? Was that
a dental office was renting it for storage, and they left in December of 2018 when I took it over.
Okay. You can knock a wall out there? Or
yeah, yeah, exactly.
All right.
Sure.
Yes, sir.
Since this municipality of Anchorage, if they're doubling their space, there aren't going to be any issues in terms of municipality of Anchorage that they'll protest. I mean, is it just strictly a building code that we might have in jail for expanding a already approved facility? I don't see anything on here where the municipality is protesting this change, but if we're adding square footage, I'm just curious whether that would come to play.
Through the chair, Mr. Jones, so local governments don't have the right to protest these changes, but you can see on page, somewhere in the second MJ15 memo that the municipality has signed off on this change, and there is a building permit issued.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Any questions? Okay, we'll, the motion incorporated both changes. All right, then for Cold Creek Extracts, license 15594, marijuana product manufacturing facility, operating plan change, including extension of licensed premises with delegation. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? All right, there you go.
Thank you.
Baked Alaska, LLC. Hey, Baked Alaska, you on the phone with us?
Yes, it's Audrey.
Good afternoon.
Mr. Chair. Yeah. Motion to approve operating plan change for license number 15800, Baked Alaska, LLC.
Second?
Second.
Okay. You guys introduce yourself, get your name on the record, and tell us what you want to do.
Audrey Ranstead, and we have a product, the rosemary sea salt cracker, and we originally submitted it, the shape to be a square, and we're just asking to change it to be round. We found that we can get our dosage more accurate because we basically use our small little cookie scoop to scoop out the cracker dough, and then we press it down with a stamp that has kind of like a little waffle texture to it, and we found that when we bake them up, they bake up better, and they're crispy, and they sit in our individual Mylar bags that we package and seal them in. And then we also submitted, we just would like to offer more package size options for all of our products. So you'll see that we want to add 2 packs, like to the crackers, some of our other items that have already been approved, as well as like 10 packs.
Okay. How's business going for you?
It's good. It's a lot of work. That's for sure.
Yep. And I'm just glad to see that one of the reasons you want to change that shape is it gives you a little more consistent dosing.
Yes, and we weigh everything, and so we've been successful doing that, and our test results have come back right on where we need to be at 5 milligrams per serving.
All right. Good deal. Okay, so your packaging changes, it's on your cookies, right?
Yeah, so we have our cookies and, of course, the rosemary sea salt cracker. Some of them we were approved to do 2-pack packages, which would be 10 milligrams. I think everything was approved for 5 and 6-pack packages, and we'd also like to now offer 10-pack packages. You know, the 50 milligrams per package.
Is that kind of market demand based request?
Yes.
Okay. Any questions? All right, then all those in favor of approving license 15800, Baked Alaska Marijuana Products Manufacturing Facility operating plan changes, signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? I said aye. So there you go. Okay, you got it.
Okay, thank you very much. Have a great day.
You're very welcome.
Sure. Motion to approve the license, operating plan changes for license number 16091, Tanana Herb Company, LLC. With delegation. With the go. With delegation.
All right. Is there a second? Second. Okay. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, members of the board.
Did they ever tell you look spitting image of Joe McInerney?
Well,
yeah, all the time, right?
My brother's name is Joe, and it's kind of funny they put 2 of them together.
I'm sorry, will you say your name again?
Sure, my name is Sam Magic.
All right. What do we got here? A new product? New products?
Tab 103, I believe.
Yeah, no, we're on tab
93.
Well, tab 93, yeah, on tab 93.
We'll come back here in a second.
All right. Okay. So,
What do we actually?
I don't know. I'm trying to figure that out.
Mr. Chair, it's a new machine.
So this is adding several products for our production line. closed loop CO2 extractor, 100% ethanol alcohol purification. So the MJ15 doesn't really say what the change is. It's a product, but it doesn't say what the products are.
Mr. Chair, I believe the new products are at tab 104, but this is the change in the equipment.
Okay, all right.
There's no plan change to.
Okay, this put new equipment in. Okay, yeah, all right.
So, and Mr. Chair, I may, although it's not listed here, I might have to recuse myself from this because you'll see in the the next part that our companies are into a licensing agreement with one another. They plan to license the Good Titrations name from another company that I own. So.
Okay, yeah, but that hasn't happened until he gets the equipment in, so I'm not worried about that.
True. So just throwing that out there. It's not on this form, but
you're gonna have to accuse yourself in a minute anyway.
Yeah. So
okay. So this piece of equipment here, you just one piece of equipment you're adding, right?
Yes, sir.
All right. What's that? The
closed loop CO2 system.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Any other questions on that? Okay, then for license 16091, Tanana Herb Company, Cultivate Manufacturing, operating plan change. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Any opposed? All right. We'll see you again in a few minutes.
Well, I think for time.
Yeah. Okay, AKO Farms.
Mr. Chair. Yep. Motion to approve the operating plan changes for license number 16767 AKO Farms LLC.
Okay, good afternoon.
Justin Brown, owner AKO Farms.
Okay, what would you like to do here?
Just start selling bulk dab. I'm having a real problem moving product out of Sitka because of the weight restrictions and stuff like that. My mules are complaining.
Really? You're weighing them down?
Yeah.
Okay. So you're going to fool them to get all their jars with the same amount.
Yeah.
You got picking up grouse at about 5 pounds? So, carry on. Okay. So you want to change your packaging, right?
Oh, yeah. So maybe I'll sell in bulk.
Okay. Transferred. And right now you've been selling it in retail portions?
Yes, sir.
Move transporting it in retail portions. Okay. And really, everybody, your transporters, don't call them mules. Somebody will want to build a damn wall.
I mean,
they are business associates as per our regulations.
Yes, sir.
Okay? They do an important job. They're facilitating commerce. The only mule I know is the governor's pet in Wasilla. Okay, so you want to go to a little bit bigger jars. Are you using ball jars?
Yes, sir.
And how are you sealing them for transport? Because they're not vacuum packing. You put the product in and you just close it down, right?
Yeah, close it down and then tape it.
You're taping them up. Okay, yeah.
Keep all terps from running out.
Yes, but I mean, yeah, but you're not, okay. And they're bubble wrapped or something when you're hauling them so they don't break?
Yes, sir.
And how much, when you send out a load of retail, how many pounds are you asking?
Well, every jar is about 50 grams.
Yeah.
So, I get 100 jars.
Yeah, piles up, sure.
Yeah. Everybody's taking about 80 jars at a time. So.
Okay. Any questions on this? And then this is going to go to, you're selling in bulk to retailers, right? Or to other manufacturers?
Other manufacturers.
Other manufacturers, okay. All right, any other questions? Okay, on the AKO Farms license 16767, Concentrate Manufacturer business or operating plan change. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Any opposed? All right. Okay. Good LLC, we're under new products. Hopefully the lists aren't too long, because I can see the end of the agenda from here. I can. I don't even have my window expanded all the way. She doesn't think we're going to make it. She hasn't been to many of these meetings. Okay, one new product. Get a motion? Yeah, Mr. Chair.
Motion to approve product Mana trans-dermal patch for license number 10165 at LLC.
There's a second, the delegation. Second. Okay, well. Okay.
My name is Barry Goodell. I'm the cultivation manager for Good Cannabis, Good LLC. Linda Lewis, the licensee, should be on the line.
Okay, Ms. Lewis, you out there?
The conference is no longer in listen-only mode.
Okay, Ms. Lewis, you out there? Okay. This term trans-dermal patch kind of scares me just because it looks like a medical appliance. I mean, when you go to a hospital, you know, you get to put a trans-dermal morphine patch on you. Or they get trans-dermal nicotine patch. I think you got to have a prescription again. I'm not sure whether you can buy patches at the store or not. But although it's just it's topical patch. I don't know whether Miss Lewis, you out there? Yeah, see if you can get up there. She's on hold. Oh, maybe that's why it's so quiet.
I can go back in.
Yeah, let's do that really fast.
The chairperson has disconnected. The conference will now end. Welcome to the GCI Conference Center. Please enter your app. Thank you. Please stand by. You will now be placed into conference. There are 5 participants in the conference.
Okay, folks, we're back. Lewis, are you out there from Good LLC? So, hey, Miss Lewis, you hear us? Making this on a 3D printer? Okay, Miss Lewis, are you there? Can anybody hear us? We hear a lot of beeps. Anybody? Yeah, we online? This is the Marijuana Control Board.
We can hear you.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. Oh, she's trying. She's trying.
Mr. Chair, can I ask a question while we're waiting?
Sure.
So, have you licensed this product from Mana Molecular Science, licensed the right to make it?
Yes.
Okay. In the past, we have asked to review the licensing agreement.
Mm-hmm.
So,
yeah. So added. And I'm willing to bet that this product was originally designed for the medical marijuana market. That lower 48.
It is being used in the lower 48.
Yeah, and so
not necessarily the medical.
Right, yeah, but when you see, you know, trans-dermal patch, you're thinking, oh, that's something that'll, I know that's probably part of your license agreement. You got to use the name on it. I don't know whether anybody shares my slight discomfort on this. Just on the name, not on the product, just on the name.
I share both that and the product itself. We have salves, we have lotions, we have all kinds of stuff. And, this would seem that they could deliver this product with those means rather than something that looks very, very.
Yeah.
Mr. Chair, if I may.
Yes, please.
Just looking at the recommended application for a specific patient. This patient, first of all, I don't know, can't see patients, and which is in that box, seems like it's not a bit lighter, frankly. So it says patient experiences local muscle soreness, stiffness, pain, or weakness. I think that might go to your concerns.
Yeah, no. Thank you for your reading of that.
Sorry, could you clarify where?
Yeah, it's on the label. It's on the label. On the right-hand side, it's the box's recommended application areas. Outside of wrists, top of hands, inside, outside of biceps, outside shoulder, under armpit, back or neck below shirt line, size of torso. Patient experiences local muscle soreness, stiffness, pain, or weakness. Yeah, you know. So, what's your, Miss Lewis, are you online yet?
Whole thing would only have.
Okay, you know what? We don't. Is she trying to get through? Yes, this is trying. I don't know what the problem is because obviously. The reason why
would you let me make a phone call to her and try to get her through phone?
That'd be hard. I'm
just like waiting for chairs, but it's just she's receiving.
So yeah, I mean we
calling into the 691 zone.
So, if I can clarify on the trans-dermal. It's called that because of the application method.
Right.
Being to go with it, do not act dermal through epidermis. So that is why it's referred to that. And yes, under our license agreement, it is a trans-dermal patch.
Yeah.
Not intended for medical use in Alaska, of course.
No, but it says that it has a 12-hour delivery time, and it says we will dose each patch with either 10, 20, or 30 milligrams of THC.
Each clip, each turn of it?
Well, it gives you 50 milligrams of a decarb oil.
I mean, one serving, right? Yeah, Mr. Chair. So there's not a whole lot of literature on the trans-dermal applications of cannabinoids. There is one study that's fairly well known that documents that delta THC does travel through the dermis into the bloodstream, but the amount that ends up in the bloodstream is significantly less than the application. The study was done in order to see what sort of dangerous contacts the cannabinoids may pose to people working in the industry. And so when they dose the RAP, the Delta-8 transdermal THC, it did show up in their system, but it was somewhere, I don't have the study memorized, it's somewhere about a tenth or a 20th of the dose that was applied. And so, although I haven't read any literature on Delta-9 THC, the two compounds are similar, so if you apply THC to your skin, it's reasonable to assume that some will soak through, but
you would have to put a lot on there to get a dose that's higher than what is legal as an edible. So if it was a 30 milligram, and the patient wore it for 12 hours, and it took the 12 hours for the entire 30 milligrams to go into their skin, it's reasonable to assume the patient would probably receive 3 milligrams over the 12 hours. Yeah. So, to me, this looks like just a really fancy way to sell cannabis fast.
Yeah, and if I may, in other states where these types of products have been sold, the retailers have also mentioned one of the benefits of it is that, unlike an edible, it is too much. So the person, they can remove the patch so that it's no longer being administered, which is the thing from other people's perspective.
Yeah. So this is not exactly possible. Now, is this, are you on the line with, oh, okay.
I am on the line now, yes.
Okay.
Hello, I am on the line now. I am so sorry, that took a minute to get through.
Okay. Glad you're here.
I'm not allowed to, I'm trying to find somewhere a little bit quieter. Okay, I'm so sorry about that.
All right, so we're talking about your trans-dermal patch product.
Yes, and so I am the owner of Good, and I'm actually going to have Barrett Goodell speak on my behalf.
Okay, yeah, we just want to make sure that we get the licensee online also. So, my concern right off the name transdermal, implies a sort of product. Certainly more than a salve or a hand cream or something might be. This is not intended as a topical, is it? It's not intended as a well, my elbow is sore, so I'm going to put it on there. This is put it on so that your body is ingesting cannabis for 12 hours. Correct?
Yeah, so that's why it's listed as topically applied, just in a candle free.
Yeah.
We're going to make that clear.
Yeah, topically applied. Now, was I mistaken when I read one time, or somebody said, well, yeah, I mean, even cops use creams because their hands get stiff, but if you use topicals, the THC doesn't necessarily show up in their UAs and stuff. You have to use a lot. Yeah, you use a lot. Right. So if you use, again, that's why the difference like a lidocaine patch versus just putting lidocaine cream on your skin. If you just put lidocaine cream on your skin, close, it'll wipe off. You get a patch on it, it keeps it there and basically wets the skin underneath and forces it to go in. So that's why, a transdermal patch would end up being a more effective way of delivering THC through the skin than the hand cream. If you use THC hand cream, and it's probably never going to show up in their system. And again, even with this product, it's the amount that's going to end up in their system, although greater, is going to be less. Like I would be shocked if they did a statistically significant study on this and found that someone was ending up with all 30 milligrams of the THC. Yeah, that's assuming a single use one time in their life too. You would have to be a single. Yeah. So let me throw this to the rest of the board for discussion. Any comments, Mr. Miller? Mr. Miller, Mr. Jones?
No, I don't have any.
We're out of time. Yep. Let's vote on this. So on license 10165, Good LC, it's a new product, the transdermal patch.
You just missed it.
Mr. Miller? Yes. Emmett? Yes. And I'm a no, so. Thank you. Thank you. Madam Chair. Okay, we're, do we need the phone? No.
10165.
The conference is now in listen-only mode.
All right. We are up to Good Titrations, license 10086. 15 new products. Is there a motion? Chair Board, Brent Emmett, licensee, Good Titrations.
General Scene Attorney for Good Titrations.
So, in the sake of saving time and then being consistent with what has been asked of the previous licensees, we've narrowed our list to the 10 products. It's a bit meandering because I went through first and found the ones that I absolutely had to have, and then went back and added them. So the products that we are asking to be approved today are the Canna Concentrate, Diamonds, Moon Rocks, Dab and Do Pre-Roll, Canna Spray, Doobie Drops, Good Vibes Canna Caps, Cannabis Wax Byproduct, hashtag Baller Lip Balm, and Good Vibes Canna Mint. Okay, do we have a motion? Do we want to do them all, or I think we should probably. You got one topical and one edible there, correct? Correct. Okay. Yeah, let's do the concentrates first. Do the 8 concentrates. So we'll take a motion to approve the 8 concentrates. Motion to approve Good Titrations license number 10886. 8 new concentrate products. Is it necessary to read them into the record? It's Canna Concentrates, Diamonds, Moon Rocks, Dab and Do something. Pre-roll. Pre-roll, yeah. Canna Spray, Doobie Drops, yep. Good Vibrations, Canna Caps, and Wax Byproduct. Those are all, there's nothing new and fancy on here. Oh, is there a second for the motion? Okay. Is there anything we've received before from any applicant? So, yeah, the wax byproduct is something that you may not have seen. This is generally tossed out as waste when you're making vape cartridges. It's the fats that are in the cannabis plant that are generally undesirable. It has come to our attention, though, that due to their consistency, that they would be well used in topical products. In topicals. Oh, okay. So this would actually be a basic material. This is a base material to be used in products like the hashtag Baller Lip Balm and other potential topicals that we may make in the future. Okay, so it would be in-house product. That's correct. Okay. All right. Any questions? Yeah, we got it. Okay, so for those 8 products previously named, all those in favor of approval for license 10886 Good Titrations, signify by saying aye. Aye. Any opposed? All right. And so Baller Lip Balm, hashtag Baller Lip Balm. Is that lip balming? Correct. That is a cannabis wax byproduct used lip balm. Okay. All right. Oh, okay, there's a label on it. What's the checker box on your label? What is that? The dog. Oh, that's a cutout. So you can see what's in there. Yeah, this is a graphic depiction of that. I'll have the actual packaging for this and be able to submit that to the board.
excuse me, but yeah, that hash sign that goes around, that's actually the cutout and the cardboard insert in the packaging.
Okay.
Because this is a topical use on your lips, there will be no more than 5 milligrams in an entire tube of lip balm.
Okay, so the motion to approve hashtag follow lip balm. So motion. Second. Second. Seconded by Mr. Jones. Okay, any discussion? Okay, all those in favor of approval of hashtag baller lip balm, signify by saying aye. 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 And anybody opposed? Okay, it passed 3-0. And then Good Vibrations Cannabis. Take down to the bottom of the list here. What now is this? Almost to the bottom. This is just for dummies.
In the depiction picture, you'll see them in hand before you voice concerns about not wanting anything that looks similar to Altoids, they'll be packaged in Mylar bags.
All right. What's the, how much is each? What's the, each mint should have how much in it? No. All right. Okay, any discussion on the Good Titrations, Good Vibes Cannabis? Okay, all those in favor of approving the Good Vibes Cannabis, signify by saying aye. Aye? Aye. Aye. Any opposed? There you go. Thank you. You're welcome.
Oh, so the remainder of these products, since they've already been paid for, will be on the May agenda?
Mm-hmm. Yep. Okay, Hollyweed 907.
General Team, attorney for Hollyweed 907, and I have Rick Morissette, the kitchen manager, and Tina.
The conference is no longer in listen-only mode.
I'm doing it as I go. You know?
And I would motion to approve the products for license number 11. Okay, we're just looking for Hollyweed 907. If you're not them, please mute your phone. Thank you. Second.
Rick Morissette from Hollyweed.
Okay, so you got 4 products here.
So just to walk you through the packaging, the packaging that's shown on section 4 in the packaging description, the label is just an example. It's not related to this, but it's the box that's really neat because it's childproof box. You have to press in on the sides in order to release the tray, which is where the chocolates will be.
Okay.
So each of these has the same exact packaging. Just wanted to make that clear. It was not release of blue suit. It does not. That's what I was going to ask. Yeah. And then the last product is just rosin.
Yeah. Squeeze it 3 different spots, you know?
Yeah, squeeze it 2 different spots pretty hard. I was going to bring an example, but I forgot.
Okay. So these are mint chocolate squares, caramel chocolate squares. Okay. And rosin.
And then the last part is rosin.
Well, okay, let's take a motion on the rosin real quick. Wait, you move all 4 products again? I did, yeah. Okay, no, that's right. Is there any discussion on any of these products? Okay, not hearing any. All those in favor of approving Hollyweed 907 4 products, marijuana manufacturing facility, signify by saying aye. 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 Opposed? Okay, that takes care of that.
Thank you.
Lady Gray Gourmet Medibles. Good afternoon.
The conference is now in listen-only mode.
We got to be out here before cleared out completely.
Correct, and we have equipment to clean up.
Yeah, I know. That's right.
Jamie Tasha.
Sure. Okay, we got 12 products on here, Mr. Chair. Motion to approve products. The license number 12254, Lady Gray Medibles, with delegation. And Ms. Gray, would you list out your products, please?
My mother is Gray and it's gospel. Yeah, I'm sorry. Where would you like me to start? Okay. Yeah, so the can of oil, that's just what you see there with the ingredients, very simple. Using our delineations and our shelf-proof cap on the bottle. And yes, the caramel, which is looking to do a vegan variety and a non-vegan variety with grass-fed gelatin. And the freezer fudge is kind of a upgraded ingredient first fudge, usually with nut bars as the base. Go there. Frozen goodness is a vegan and non-vegan variety with basically an ice cream. Individually packaged into childproof strands. About a half a cup of frozen products would be equivalent to 5 milligrams.
Only one serving per natural gram.
And our version of the gummies you're familiar with. And then we've got an ice cream sandwich, which is from our previously approved cookies with a small layer of ice cream sandwich cookies, individually packaged in black batter. Just a new cookie variety for us with an oatmeal and peanut butter or almond butter base as well. And then a spiced nut mix, which is our granola variety that's currently in production. And then the suppositories. Suppository there. And the sweet THC, which would be a sweetener with THC, again with the bottle with delineations and chocolate of sweet cap.
My maple syrup the pancakes.
Coconut THC soap, which for the back, not inedible. And truffle bites, which is just kind of upgraded chocolate variety. Around that. Mr. Chair?
Yes, ma'am.
Staff has identified that the can of oil, which is the very first product, appears to be a violation of 306-555-2, which does not allow infused oils to be sold for retail sales.
So I don't want to call any particular business out because you did approve something that is labeled cooking oil directly for retail sale, and so we just ask for consistency. We'll agree to table that product, but I would hope that a review of the consistency could happen because he actually did on purpose, kind of mirrored what they submitted to see how this would go, and so there's inconsistency. But for sake of time, let's pull that one back and I'll have that discussion today, if you don't mind.
And are your suppositories made with that oil?
With cooking oil, no.
Oh, no, the cooking oil. So they're made with can of oil?
The previous. Yeah,
Cannabis infused coconut oil. Okay, all right, okay. Is there much market demand for this product?
Probably not, to be honest. I'm happy to provide it.
Okay.
Mr. Chair, I'd be happy to do a review of the oil issue.
Okay, yeah, thank you. Okay. Okay, let me see the line print here. The packaging on the suppositories gets really close to suggesting.
So that's the application.
I understand.
You actually have one of these, the raspberry root.
Really?
Mm-hmm. The same kind of applicator.
It had the same description of, well, I mean, what it says on here is, it says, many women report increased comfort during their menstrual cycles when using these types of products. According to regulations, we can't discuss the subject, so we encourage you to do your own research. The first sentence says that the use of this product has, in some cases, had a beneficial effect.
Many women have reported that.
I'm not arguing that. I'm just talking about the way it's written. That's all. I don't know what thinks about that. You know what? It's no different than some of the hairspray we approved. So close enough. Okay, so, all right, how many, we've got 10 items, right? I believe so. And some of them are concentrates? No concentrates?
There's one cannabis oil.
I'm counting 8 here after I struck can of oil, so I believe I missed 2. I've got the caramels, freezer fudge, frozen goodness, the gummies, ice cream sandwiches, nut mix, the suppository, sweet THC, THC soak. What are the other?
Frozen goodness.
I got frozen goodness. Oatmeal cookie, that one.
Truffle bite.
Okay, tell us about the ice cream sandwiches. There we go. There they are. Okay, there you go. There's 10.
What would you?
Well, we just
more or less taking our cookies that are already approved and then purchasing a super premium ice cream to be molded to fit the cookie shape.
The cookies are single serving, right?
Yes.
Okay. All right. That's a little different than a 10 serving.
Yeah, there's only one serving in each sandwich, so each serving is just one serving.
Right. Okay. Gotcha. All right. Any questions about any of these products? Issues, concerns? Okay, I'm ready to vote on the, you just read it, right?
Yeah, Mr. Chair.
So the total of how many products?
The motion was a total of 10 products after striking can oil and adding one product back in. The motion would be to approve their caramels, their freezer fudge, frozen goodness, ice cream sandwich, nut mix, suppository, sweet THC, THC soak, oatmeal cookies, and truffle bites. Some of which are edibles, and the THC soak, so that's that. Right? Okay. All right. We ready to vote? Okay, all those in favor of approving the additional products for Lady Gray license 12254, signify by saying aye. Aye. Any opposed? Okay. There you go. Thank you. Okay, High Tide Farms.
The conference is no longer in listen-only mode.
High Tide Farms. Good afternoon.
How you doing?
Good. Okay, get up there. One new product. Okay.
This is packaging.
Mr. Bennett, please.
Motion to approve the products listed in license number 12482 High Tide Farms LLC.
There's a second. Second. Okay, so you got one item. It's rosin distillate. That's made with all the equipment you got in house. No change in your operating plan for it.
No, just the short path distillation. We did. I thought we did that one earlier.
We approved the operating plan. Yep. Okay. So, any question on this product? Okay. Oh, nice picture of the equipment. Okay. All those in favor of approving rosin distillate for High Tide Farms LLC license 12482, signify by saying aye. Aye. Any opposed? Okay. There you go. Okay. X-Tracted Laboratories. So again, 4 new products.
Yes, Chair. Yep. Motion to approve the 4 new products proposed by X-Tracted Laboratories, license number 13249.
Second. Second. Okay, so you got here cartridge.
Yeah, we currently have 1 cartridge, and I wanted to break it down so that each of our different types of cartridges were their own individual products, so it was clear to enforcement what was what.
Any questions about this? Okay, not hearing any. License 13249, approval of their 4 new cartridges. X-Tracted Laboratories, product manufacturing facility. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? All right.
And one is not a cartridge. One is called refined rocks, and that's just that. You're probably better at that.
It's a crystalline product. It's the same thing that Brandon.
Yeah, it's basically a really fancy shatter. Yeah, I'll make a motion to approve that product.
Yeah, refined
rocks.
Okay. Second? All right. Okay, all those in favor of approving refined rocks, signify by saying aye. 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 Opposed? Okay, there you go.
Thank you very much.
Okay. All right, Herban Extracts.
JL being attorney for Herban Extracts, and we say because that licensee should be on the phone.
I'm here, yeah.
Okay, very good. 1 product. Okay, we got a motion for that.
Mr. Chair. Motion to approve the 1 product for license number 14432 Herban Extracts LLC.
Okay. Second. Second. Okay, so you got is this cartridge you want to make, or is this cannabis oil and a disposable vape pen?
It's
a whole vape pen.
It's a whole vape pen. It's not like the type that we had approved before, which the cartridge could screw off. This one screws on and it doesn't come off. It's just one-time use, kind of, or one use. You can't put a new cartridge back on. Am I right, Lisa?
That's correct.
Okay, I think when we first talk about these, in the one use, are you burn up all the oil?
Yes.
Okay, so even if you throw out 25, there won't be nothing in it to recycle.
As long as you've used it.
Right. Okay, and once you use it, does the battery burn in?
I'm having a hard time.
Yes. Once you use it, the battery goes dead.
It has a battery, not reusable. You can't recharge the battery.
So it's a reusable battery?
No, it is not.
Okay. All right. Okay. All right. I'm just thinking about, this is a larger waste footprint than a, vape pen with a cartridge.
So you just approved one just now.
I thought we just approved it. Do we approve a whole vape pen? Just
you approved it.
So this is one of the first products that was approved. Right. Einstein had they call them casinos. This is like one of the very first concentrate products that was approved. There's one of these. Granted, they do create more waste, but they're also really popular.
Oh yeah, no, I'm not worried about it.
For tourism, it's nice because people don't have to invest a lot of money into it, and it's also nice because it's clearly that it's a can't be reused.
Yeah.
Can't be a tobacco product reused for marijuana products.
Okay. All right, any questions on this product? Okay, then all those in favor of approving license 14432 Herban Extracts vape pen, disposable vape pen, signify by saying aye. 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 Opposed? Okay.
Thank you.
Yep. Cold Creek Extracts.
Thank you.
You're welcome. It's still see the end of the agenda. Okay, good afternoon. 5 products here.
Okay, let's go Cold Creek Extracts and Jason Grant is on the phone.
Mr. Chairman. Motion to approve the products proposed by license number 15594, Cold Creek Extracts. There's a second? Second. Okay, so what do you got here? You got 5 edibles?
Yep, shelf stable, fairly common.
These 4 caramels must be really popular, huh? What do you think?
That's the question for sure. It's on the cherry gummies, cherry gumdrops. I can't tell if the picture is black and white or if they're just dark purple.
Those are more dark purple, but that's kind of a picture of a picture too, so it's not a very good representation.
But they're not super bright.
No, they're not.
Great, thanks.
Any questions about any of these products? Concerns? Color changes? Marshmallows. These marshmallows look like glass cans, huh?
Yeah. Like I said, that was
I guess when everybody kids eat those.
No, my chef was actually out of town.
Oh, chef, you're the cook, huh?
Yeah,
there you go. Okay. Yeah, let's do lollipops. Look like alien brains or something.
That's strawberry rhubarb. Period.
Okay. So this is this is what the lollipop looks like, right?
Yeah,
it just doesn't have the stick in it.
Correct.
Okay.
There is actually a stick in that.
Yeah.
That depiction.
All right. Not overly attractive, I must say. But always, when we say that, consider that a compliment. Okay. Any questions about these products? We have 5. So, we got a motion, right? Tangerine Dream Chews. Let me know if I missed anything here. Sea salt caramels. Vanilla bean marshmallows. And strawberry rhubarb lollipops. Okay. All those in favor of approving those new products for Cold Creek Extracts, license 15594, signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Go. Okay, Art Bakery.
Now, this is Dave Lanning with Art Bakery on the line.
Good afternoon.
And this general meeting, I'm very newly retained by the majority of the members of the company.
Okay, well, it's only one product, so...
And so, Dave, correct me if I'm wrong, but this was the product that when you, in your group, took your license to the board, you didn't know that you had to have your base product approved separately, correct?
We didn't know we needed to have the concentrate, the distillate approved. That's correct.
So that's all this one product is.
Yes.
Okay, sure. Yeah, motion to approve the product Cannabis distillate oil for license number 16006, Arctic Bakery, LLC. Delegation. There's a second. Second. Okay, and so this is ingredient for use and approved infused edible products and be strictly in-house?
That's correct.
All right. Any questions? Okay, all those in favor of approving cannabis distillate oil for license 16091, 16006 Arctic Bakery, signify by saying aye. 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 Opposed? Okay. Tanana Herb Company. Sure. Yes, sir.
To recuse myself and go join the applicant.
Mr. Emmett is recused because he's a party of some sort. License. So, let's up here. 6 new products. Got a motion to approve Tanana Herb Company products.
Motion to approve 6 new products for Tanana Herb.
And a second? Second. Okay. Good afternoon, gentlemen. If you care to introduce yourselves.
Tanana Herb Company Operations Manager.
Brandon Emmett, owner of Tangerine Moonrise, the company that owns the Good Titrations brand.
Okay, so what do you got going here, gentlemen? You have 6 products?
Yes, sir. This runs along the lines of our closed loop CO2 system that you just approved 2 seconds ago. We initially started this application with just a rosin press. What we just started it 2 years ago, 18 months ago. So,
okay.
All right.
And what's the Good Titrations connection?
So, Good Titrations, which is owned by Tangerine Moonrise, is an established, recognizable brand in the state. We are enter into a licensing agreement and potentially a management agreement with Tanana Herb Company to one, provide the branding and potentially to provide some consulting for formulations and processes within our facility.
Okay, very good. So what are the 6 products here?
So there's CO2 shatter, CO2 wax, CO2 crumble. There's a wholesale CO2 oil that we can then use for boomsticks and paint joints for wholesale purposes, not going to the public. And the last one is
Keef.
Keef, yes, that's my product of our process.
Okay. Any discussion on any of these products? Okay, then for approval of the 6 products requested by Tanana Herb Company, license 16091, Cultivate Manufacture Facility. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Passes 3-0. So there you go.
Thank you very much.
You bet.
Thank you, gentlemen.
Great Northern Manufacturing.
Good afternoon, members
The conference is no longer in listen-only mode.
Good afternoon, and for the record, Mr. You joined us.
Good afternoon, members of the board. This is John Redden, General Counsel of Great Northern Cannabis.
Okay, good afternoon. Let's get a motion here. You get 2 products.
Mr. Chair. Motion to approve the 2 products proposed by license number 17336, Great Northern Manufacturing, Inc.
Okay. All right, moved and seconded. So we got a couple of chocolates here. Mr. Redden?
Yes, we have 2 chocolates. We have one that's 68% cacao dark chocolate. We have a second one that is milk chocolate. Those 2 will be packaged in 2 separate sizes. One is a breakaway bar of 2.3 ounces, and the other one would be a square of 0.52 ounces. And then in addition to that, we also have the caramels, which is a chocolate dip caramel with sea salt, or with salt, and they would be packaged in a manner of 4 pieces at 5 milligrams each for a total of 20 milligrams of tea.
Okay, so here are 2 products, and you've got milk chocolate, dark chocolate. We're just working on this Northern Fusion. This is one product. Well, it comes in 2 different kinds of chocolate. So.
That's up to you.
Yeah, I mean, it don't, does it bother anybody? Don't think so. Okay, all right. Then the other one is caramels. Where is everybody getting their sea salt from? The ocean. Oh yeah. Might be some money to be made in drying out seawater. Okay. Any questions about either of these products?
There's a company in Sitka that does a great job. You can buy it in almost any store in Alaska, including the airports you go through.
Okay, cool. All right.
They have alder smoke, and they have spruce tip, and then they have straight salt. I use a lot of it.
Well, there you go, all you salted caramel manufacturers, buy Alaskan. All right. So for Gray Medibles Manufacturing, 17336, 2 new products, chocolate and sea salt caramels. All those in favor, signify by saying aye. Aye. Any opposed? All right. There you go.
All right, thank you, members of the board.
Is that it? That's it. Okay. Then we are moving on to the marijuana mailbox, which probably should have nothing but complimentary things in here to say about Mr. Emmett et al. Okay. Anybody see anything in here of particular interest? Dr. Brown is still sending us stuff.
Mr. Jones?
Yes.
This was the first time that I put this together as opposed to Mr. Douglas putting it together. I don't know if you want us in our discretion to remove things like, dear valued customer, your requested Office 365 email account is going to be deactivated. I mean,
those can come out. Yeah.
So I'll take out those sorts of things.
Yeah. Anything that's got a genuine email address on it. People are taking the effort to communicate with us.
Thank you. I just wasn't clear whether you.
Yeah, we don't need no junk mail. Okay. Bam. Oh, good here.
Then there was a question about waste. Oil stems and debris that are to be ground up and distributed through our living soil. We send them to you. We send you the log of the waste before we grind it up for the bucket, or we send you the log and we actually get ready to take the bucket to the dump.
I believe I forwarded that to enforcement for response.
Thank you. Okay, there's a letter in here that clearly belongs in a license application package.
Yeah, Mr. Chair, I know that the person that it did not qualify as an official objection.
But are we talking about the one from Duck Valley Clay?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
But I also know that that application is not come before the board yet.
Right. And it kind of mixes Cultivate with Retail too. So that's all right. Marijuana mailbox getting shorter and shorter all the time. We don't have any more 800-page. Dear valued customer, you requested your Office 365 email. Insurance. Yeah. All right. My name is Mike High, and I am with Crow's Blockchain Practice. You know who's really into blockchain is David Eastman. So if you have any questions about blockchain, he's the guy to talk to. All right. Okay. Which brings us to board comments. So, let's start with Mr. Jones.
Thank you. Thanks to the staff for putting this all together. They're done. Right. But also thanks to Mr. Emmett. Wish him well if he does whatever he's going to do to make more money. Well, the rest of us slave away volunteers. But it's been a pleasure working with you for the last 4 years or so. And we've had our agreements and our disagreements, but good that no people care about the industry anyway. And I just look forward to the May meeting. Hopefully we'll be getting close to being done if we only have 11 or so in the queue. One of these meetings we may not actually have any applications. We'll just have more product and more changes, but nothing new. So anyway, again, thanks to the staff and Mr. Herman.
Miller. And yeah, as always, thanks to staff. 100 tabs, that's a pretty big meeting to get through. And appreciate some of the licensees being able to get it down to 10 products this time and holding off to May so we can get to other people's applications. Brandon, thank you for your service. Okay, thanks. And I'll take the, I'll give Brandon the last word. So thank you to the staff and our learned council, and thank you everybody that came and for putting up with us. The editorial us, I guess. I'm every time I said, yeah, Mr. Emmett's rejoining us, I'm thinking, man, I wish I could say that again. But a couple of years you can put in again. And I hope you will stay involved. I hope you'll stay in the committee. I hope you'll show up for meetings. You know, that's kind of the custom business. Because you do have a lot of knowledge that nobody else has here on the table. So we're going to spend an awful lot. Yeah, if we're down to 11 applications, we may get one of these days to have a one-day meeting, which would be all right. Yeah, all right. So, and then there's some soiree this evening, I heard. I'm sure it'll get advertised. I guess that's it. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Brandon. Over to you. All right, thank you. So, first and foremost, I want to say that it's been an honor and a privilege to serve on this board. It's not often that someone is granted the opportunity to steward a voter initiative from blank regulations to a robust regulated industry, and the experience that I've gained here has been invaluable. To my fellow board members and our dedicated staff, I would like to thank each of you for your steadfast commitment to our public process and to the people of this great state. Mark Springer, I commend you for your calm demeanor, personability, unique sense of humor, and your desire to seek balance. Your mentorship has really helped me grow as a policymaker, and I'm proud to call you my friend. Owen Jones, your attention to detail is impressive.
Wow, he's doing it right.
And your desire to ensure local governments are fairly represented is refreshing. I've truly enjoyed working on our regulations projects together. Nick Miller, a man of few words. A rare quality in a world where so many people like to hear themselves talk. You may now bear the industry torch alone, and I have the utmost confidence that you will do so with distinction. Erica McConnell, I'm always amazed at your ability to remember the decisions and the actions that this board has taken. It's really a lot to remember. I appreciate you keeping us on task and managing this department with such limited resources. Thank you. To Harriet Mills, many a board decision has been positively influenced by your interpretation of Alaska statutes. Your consistency, professionalism, and innate sense of logic has helped guide the board when making tough decisions. These regulations wouldn't be where they are today without you. Chief Holcher, you're out there. Marijuana legalization has created a unique alliance that would have been unheard of 10 years ago. A new partnership has been forged, one where marijuana businesses and enforcement both seek to wrest our industry from criminal actors. You and your department have been a vital partner in this fight, and for that, you have my respect and gratitude. To Governor Dunleavy, a great leader is someone who can inspire those around him and provide a sense of security for his constituents. Unfortunately, in the short time you've been in office, your proposals have left many Alaskans despondent and feeling a heavy weight of uncertainty. From a track record of poorly vetted appointees to a PSD before all else policy, it calls into question your level of commitment to the studiousness that is required of our state's highest ranking administrator. Cutting government spending in tough times is often necessary, but that decision should be balanced with policies to build consumer confidence and create jobs in the private sector. It is for this reason that I strongly oppose your attempt to eliminate AMCO. By your appointment of an abject prohibitionist to this board, one of two things become apparent. Either you have not done your homework in properly vetting this appointee, or you truly intend to harm the marijuana industry. Your campaign promised to create jobs and fight crime. The legal marijuana industry is a valuable partner in this effort. Therefore, Governor, I urge you, please do balance the budget, but do so in a way that keeps Alaskans safe and strengthens our economy. Last, but certainly not least, I'd like to thank the people of Alaska for supporting this journey called legalization. Without public support, the marijuana industry would still be confined to the shadows of our society. And to those brave entrepreneurs that have paved the way for so many business owners yet to come, I salute you. Your courage, tenacity, and belief in the Alaskan dream have been an inspiration. Thank you. Thank you all.
Good. Motion adjourned. So much. For a second, we are adjourned. Good job. Good job.
The chairperson has disconnected. The conference will now end.